Imagine you are standing in your backyard on an ordinary Tuesday morning. The sky is blue. The birds are loud. You have a coffee in your hand. Everything feels completely normal. Then, without warning, without sound, without any sign at all, Earth stops moving forward through space. You don't feel it. There is no jolt. No violent shake. No deafening crash. The planet beneath your feet simply stops orbiting the sun. And in that silent moment, the countdown to the end of everything you have ever known has already begun. You look around. Nothing seems different. The grass still moves gently in the breeze. The birds continue singing. Somewhere across the world, someone is pouring a bowl of cereal. Children are walking to school. Airplanes are crossing the sky. Billions of people continue their morning completely unaware that the ground beneath them has just been cut loose from the delicate force that has kept Earth alive for 4.5 billion years. The world looks peaceful, stable, permanent. But that feeling is an illusion. Earth was never sitting still. Every second of every day, our planet has been racing around the sun at nearly 67,000 miles per hour. It survives because of an extraordinary balance. Gravity constantly pulls Earth toward the sun, while its enormous sideways speed keeps it endlessly falling around it instead of straight into it. It is a perfect cosmic balancing act. The instant that forward motion disappears, that balance is shattered forever. There is no second chance. No escape. Gravity wins. And gravity never negotiates. Without orbital speed to keep it circling, Earth begins falling directly toward the sun. Not drifting. Not floating. Falling like a stone dropped into an impossibly deep well. Except this well is 93 million miles deep, and waiting at the bottom is a nuclear furnace with a core reaching nearly 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. At first, nothing changes. Days pass. Life continues almost as if nothing has happened. The sunrise still arrives each morning. The sunset still paints the sky each evening. If you didn't know better, you would believe everything was perfectly normal. But space does not care what you believe. Every second, gravity pulls Earth a little faster toward the sun. The closer the planet gets, the stronger that pull becomes. And the stronger the pull becomes, the faster Earth falls. It is a chain reaction that feeds itself, growing more powerful every hour. This is not a slow drift into danger. It is a trapdoor with a delayed timer. And that timer is already counting down. Scientists estimate that if Earth's orbital velocity somehow vanished instantly, the journey into the sun would take only about 65 days. Just over 2 months separate an ordinary Tuesday morning from the complete destruction of everything humanity has ever built. You might think the first threat would be unbearable heat. It isn't. The first enemy is cold. Earth's climate depends on an incredibly delicate balance that has remained stable for billions of years. The atmosphere, the oceans, the winds, and the sunlight all work together like the gears inside an impossibly precise machine. The moment that balance is disturbed, the machine begins to break apart. Within days, weather patterns become completely unpredictable. The jet streams that guide storms around the globe start collapsing. Massive pressure systems collide in ways meteorologists have never observed before. Some regions plunge into temperatures colder than Antarctica, while others experience sudden heat waves beyond anything recorded in human history. Entire seasons lose their meaning. Winter appears where summer should exist. Blizzards strike deserts. Violent storms form over oceans that have never produced hurricanes before. The atmosphere is no longer behaving like Earth's atmosphere. It is becoming something else. Something hostile. By the third week, something impossible becomes impossible to ignore. The sun is bigger. Not slightly bigger. Not something only astronomers can measure. It is visibly larger to the naked eye. Every morning it rises a little wider. Every afternoon it burns a little brighter. Every sunset lingers with an intensity that feels deeply unnatural. It is like watching a distant fire slowly consume the horizon, knowing it is moving closer every single day. People begin taking photographs, comparing them to images from weeks before. News broadcasts struggle to explain what everyone can already see. Social media fills with side-by-side pictures. The impossible has become undeniable. Earth is falling. And the sun is coming. As the distance shrinks, solar radiation begins to rise dramatically. Earth's magnetic field, the invisible shield that has protected life for billions of years, absorbs wave after wave of charged particles from the sun. It has always defended us from this invisible storm. Now it is under attack. At first, the changes seem beautiful. Brilliant green and purple auroras spread far beyond the polar regions. Cities near the equator witness shimmering curtains of light dancing across the night sky. Millions gather outside to watch one of the most spectacular sights in human history. Most of them do not realize they are looking at a warning. The growing auroras mean more and more high-energy particles are punching through Earth's magnetic defenses. The shield is weakening under pressure it was never meant to endure. Soon, beauty gives way to terror. The ozone layer begins breaking apart. Ultraviolet radiation reaches the surface in dangerous amounts. A few minutes under direct sunlight leaves painful burns. Days later, even seconds of exposure become life-threatening. Farmers watch crops wither under the relentless radiation. Forests begin dying from the top down. Oceans absorb increasing amounts of heat at the surface. Then gravity reveals its cruelest trick. It isn't just Earth falling toward the sun. Everything on Earth is falling too. The oceans, the atmosphere, the continents, every city ever built, every mountain ever climbed, every person who has ever lived is being pulled into the same unstoppable descent. But gravity does not pull evenly. The side of Earth facing the sun feels a slightly stronger pull than the far side. Normally, that tiny difference gives us the gentle rise and fall of the tides. Now, it becomes something far more terrifying. The tidal forces grow stronger every single day. Entire oceans begin shifting toward the sun. Coastlines that have existed for thousands of years are swallowed beneath walls of water. Cities built over centuries disappear beneath tidal surges no seawall was ever designed to withstand. Ports vanish. Islands disappear. Millions flee inland, only to discover there is nowhere truly safe. And Earth's problems are no longer limited to Earth. Out beyond the planet, the moon continues following the laws of physics. But those laws are changing. As Earth's path toward the sun becomes more extreme, the moon's once stable orbit begins to destabilize. Our closest celestial neighbor becomes unpredictable. A world more than 3,400 kilometers wide is no longer following the familiar path humanity has known for all of recorded history. Instead, it wanders through an increasingly chaotic gravitational environment. Scientists have spent decades tracking near-Earth asteroids because even a relatively small object can cause unimaginable destruction. In 2013, a meteor only about 20 meters across exploded high above Chelyabinsk, Russia. The shockwave shattered windows across multiple cities and injured more than 1,000 people. That was a tiny rock. Now imagine the uncertainty of an entire moon whose orbit is no longer guaranteed. No one can predict exactly what happens next. By day 50, the sky no longer belongs to Earth. The sun is no longer a distant star hanging peacefully above the horizon. It has become a massive wall of white fire dominating the heavens, filling more and more of the sky with every passing hour. Looking at it for even a moment is impossible. The light is blinding. The heat is relentless. On the side of Earth facing the sun, temperatures climb beyond anything life has ever experienced. Not hot. Not unbearable. Instantly lethal. Rivers begin to boil. Lakes disappear into clouds of steam. Asphalt softens beneath abandoned roads. Steel bridges twist under the relentless heat. Entire forests ignite without a single lightning strike, consumed by firestorms stretching for hundreds of miles. The oceans, once Earth's greatest shield against temperature change, begin evaporating. Towering columns of steam rise into the atmosphere, only to be ripped away by increasingly violent solar winds. Then the atmosphere itself starts to die. The same air that has protected life for billions of years is slowly stripped away into space. Molecule by molecule, Earth's protective blanket is peeled from the planet, carried off by the sun like smoke disappearing into a hurricane. The sky begins to darken. Not because night has arrived. Because the atmosphere that scatters sunlight is disappearing. Every breath becomes more precious than the last. Every sunrise could be humanity's final sunrise. And in those final days, the biggest question is no longer how to survive. Everyone already knows the answer. You can't. The only question left is what you do with the time that remains. Do you search for loved ones? Do you watch one final sunset? Do you look up at the sky that gave humanity life, and is now taking it away? No bunker can protect you. No submarine can hide you. No spacecraft orbiting nearby can escape the sun's overwhelming gravity. Every path leads to the same destination. And yet, the worst may still be waiting. Long before Earth reaches the sun, something deep beneath your feet could begin to break. Scientists don't know exactly how our planet would respond to the extreme gravitational forces during the final approach. Earth's interior isn't solid. Beneath the thin crust lies a vast ocean of molten rock, slowly circulating around a blazing metallic core nearly as hot as the surface of the sun itself. For billions of years, that interior has remained in a delicate balance. Now, gravity begins squeezing that balance apart. Some computer models suggest the shifting forces could trigger earthquakes unlike anything in recorded history. Not magnitude 8. Not magnitude 9. But planet-wide ruptures tearing across continents at the same time. Others predict an explosion of volcanic activity. Thousands of volcanoes awakening together. Mountains splitting open. Entire regions disappearing beneath rivers of molten rock. Ash clouds would spread across the sky, blocking what little sunlight remains while the air fills with poisonous gases. The ground itself would become an enemy. But there is an even darker possibility. If the tidal forces become powerful enough, Earth may begin to deform. Our planet, which has always appeared perfectly round from space, could slowly stretch under the sun's overwhelming gravity. The crust would crack. The mantle would shift. Continents could drift apart at unimaginable speeds as the entire planet struggles to hold itself together. In the most extreme scenarios, Earth might never actually reach the sun. It could begin falling apart first. Piece by piece. Mountain by mountain. Ocean by ocean. Until the world that gave birth to every living thing becomes nothing more than a trail of shattered rock spiraling toward a star. There is no safe place. Not underground. Not beneath the deepest ocean. Not aboard the strongest spacecraft humanity could ever build. But here is the strange part. Everything you've just experienced can never actually happen. As terrifying as this journey has been, physics offers us one incredible piece of reassurance. Earth cannot simply stop. There is no hidden switch floating somewhere in space. No mysterious force waiting to erase 67,000 miles per hour of orbital velocity in a single instant. Momentum is one of the most fundamental laws of the universe. Once an object is moving, it keeps moving unless something acts upon it. And nothing in our solar system has the power to bring an entire planet to an instant halt. No asteroid. No passing star. No black hole suddenly appearing. No known cosmic event. This entire scenario is a thought experiment. A way of asking one impossible question to reveal just how extraordinary our universe really is. But that doesn't make it any less unsettling. Because it forces us to confront a truth we rarely think about. Right now, at this very moment, you are not standing still. You are riding a planet that races around the Sun at nearly 67,000 miles every hour. The Sun itself is orbiting the center of the Milky Way at more than 500,000 miles per hour. And our entire galaxy is hurtling through the universe at speeds so enormous they are almost impossible for the human mind to imagine. Yet you feel nothing. No wind. No vibration. No sense of motion at all. Your brain tells you the ground beneath your feet is solid, permanent, and still. Reality tells a very different story. Earth is not resting in space. It is endlessly falling. Every sunrise you have ever seen, every ocean, every forest, every city, every person who has ever lived, exists because gravity and motion have remained in perfect balance for billions of years. A balance so unbelievably precise that changing it even slightly would rewrite the fate of our entire world. Home has never been a place standing still. Maybe that's why this thought experiment feels so deeply unsettling. Not because we believe it could happen, but because it reminds us how little separates existence from catastrophe. Every day, you wake up convinced the ground beneath your feet is permanent. You make plans for tomorrow, next month, even decades into the future. You build homes, raise families, dream about distant places, all while standing on a world that is anything but still. Earth is a tiny blue sphere, suspended in an ocean of darkness, endlessly falling around a star that itself is racing through a galaxy among hundreds of billions of other stars. The universe was never designed to make us feel safe. It simply follows its laws with perfect indifference. Gravity doesn't care who you are. Physics never makes exceptions. The cosmos has no favorites. And yet, against impossible odds, those same laws have created something extraordinary. A planet with liquid oceans. An atmosphere you can breathe. Forests, mountains, and living creatures capable of wondering why they exist. For more than 4.5 billion years, Earth has maintained an almost impossible balance, surviving asteroid impacts, supervolcanoes, ice ages, and cosmic violence that could have erased life forever. Every second that balance continues is a quiet miracle. So the next time you step outside on an ordinary morning, look up. The blue sky above you isn't proof that the universe is safe. It's proof that, for one more day, every force in the solar system is still performing the delicate dance that makes life possible. We call it normal because we've never known anything else. But normal is astonishing. Normal is fragile. And normal exists only because a planet is endlessly falling, without ever reaching the bottom. The universe was never built for us to feel comfortable inside it.